Hello everyone. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Rachel and I'm an owner and craft educator here at Oak and Lamb. Today we're going to be talking about Crayola fine tip markers. That is the kind that we're going to be showcasing today. There are different kinds that you can use. I would say if you want to go ahead and buy them, try them out. It's worth a shot. There are a lot of different types and brands out there, as long as they're not too fat to fit in your clamp. That can absolutely work. There are some really great workarounds which we will talk about today if you guys do have some pins you would like to use in your Cricut. But these, in my opinion, are the easiest and most foolproof pins to use, or excuse me, off-brand markers to use. There are some that you can take the clamp out and have rubber bands or pencil grips and get it to work in your machine. But those are a little bit more complicated, a little bit more time consuming to get them to work. And these Crayola ones are just as easy as using the Cricut pins, and they will save you a lot of time and money. So those are the ones we're going to be showcasing today. Feel free to let me know down below if you have any specific pin or brand of pin that you like that you want to see us try in our machine, and we would love to do that for you. The machine we're going to be using today is a Cricut Maker 3. So we have that on the table, as well as my MacBook Pro. That is the device I'm going to be using to connect with Design Space. So now we'll head on over to the overhead camera and share with you the rest of the supplies we're needing today. Along with our Cricut Maker 3, we also have a standard grip mat. This is our favorite type of standard grip mat. This is the Nicopa brand mat. You can get these off of Amazon for so cheap, because again, like the Cricut pins in this video that we talk about, they are fine quality. Cricut makes good pins just like they make good mats. The only problem is the price. It is so expensive to buy Cricut pins and Cricut mats, so we opt for other brands. So this is our favorite brand of mat, Nicopa. You can get them for around $12 for a pack of 3 on Amazon. Now, Amazon prices are always subject to change, but it really usually doesn't fluctuate too much around $12. We also have a piece of cardstock. That's what we're going to be drawing on today. Doesn't matter what pound, doesn't matter what color, really. We just wanted to keep it white to really show you guys a good contrast. So we have that on the mat. For the markers we're using today, we're using the Crayola Fine Line markers. This is just the classic color palette. There's 10 markers in this pack, and it was only $2.38. You can get these at Walmart. You can get these at the dollar store. I mean, anywhere that you want. We got ours off of Amazon, actually. And that's how much they were on Amazon. It's $2.38. Again, Amazon prices do change, but that is very affordable. You might have some of these in your house already if you do have little ones. So these are the markers we're using today. And just to kind of compare, Cricut does not make 10 packs of markers. They make 5 packs and like 30 packs. So this is 10 markers for $2.38. Cricut sells 5 markers for $12.99. So $13 for 5 markers, or less than $3 for 10. And also, I say markers, but the Cricut ones are pens. Their tips are very fine. They do not color as bold as markers do. And that could be something you love or hate about markers versus pens. And again, these are technically markers and the Cricut ones are technically pens, but I don't know about you, I prefer a bolder look with mine. Now, there are pens from the Dollar Tree that are very comparable and very similar writing style to the Cricut ones. So we can go over those if you would like in another video, but today we're going over the Crayola markers, which are my preferred and my favorite in my opinion. Now, I have some samples here of some tests that I have done that I wanted to share with you that I thought was just super impressive. So first we'll start with this one. This is a single line drawing with the Crayola marker and the Cricut pen. So you can see the Crayola marker is much bolder and thicker of a line and a color than the Cricut pen is because, again, it's a fine tip pen, and then this is a marker. So, but again, I do love the difference. I love that this is bolder. I love that it did a fantastic job as well, but it's just a little bit bolder, a little thicker, a little brighter. That's what I like. Now here, it's actually flipped. I'm sorry, I should have got them to go the other way so it'd be a little bit easier for you guys to understand. But this is the Crayola marker filled in, And this is the Cricut pen filled in. Now you can still see lots of little spaces and clear lines here. There is a couple of spaces here on the filled in font from our markers that you can see, but again, you could go in and fill those in very easily and have this be a perfectly filled in word. Whereas this one, I don't even think you could achieve that look just because it is so thin and fine of a line. So I just wanted to share, these two are the Crayola markers. So we see the nice, bold, thick lines here. And then these are the Cricut pens, so you can see the difference here. Again, to each their own. We're just doing a video on showing you guys how to use these markers. I'm not saying that these are better than Cricut, but because Cricut, like I said, the quality's fine, it does fine, but if you want this look, and you want to save that money, please feel free to do so. So now we're going to head on over into Design Space and share with you the cut file we're using today, how to fill this font super quickly, and then we'll get to drawing. Here is our adorable cut file we're using today. This is a cut file that Miss Becca created and hand lettered with so many different hellos on it. I absolutely love it. I think it's so stinking cute. And this is just one of hundreds of cut files that we have at Oak and Lame. If you are interested, we have amazing cut files, incredible member-only content, an amazing exclusive Facebook community, free commercial licensing, and more. So definitely check that out at the link below and see how you can become a member of our flock today. And we're just going to pick one of these that we like best. I'm going to ungroup, and this is the hello that we used. The only reason I picked it is because I think it is nice and bold and simple. All these are gorgeous. It is a hard choice, but for the project that we're showing today, I just wanted to keep it nice and simple. So I'm going to make this super big as well so we can just really see. So the first thing we're going to do is change this from a cut to a draw. So you can see up here under operation, I'm going to click basic cut, and it's going to drop down a menu here. And we're going to change it from cut to draw and use a pen. Now, we'll be using a black pen and a black marker. So we're going to leave this on fine point black. And so this is exactly how it would draw. This is what it would look like. And that's what the sample looked like. Now, if you do want to fill the font, here's what you do. You take your cut file, you take your word here, and you're going to go up to offset and click offset. You'll see a blue line pop up, and that is your preview for what the offset's going to look like. I'm going to take this and bring it down, just like that. You can see now the offset, instead of being offset, it's inset. I hope that that's even a word, but you know what I mean. Instead of being on the outside of the word, it's on the inside of the word. And now I'm going to click apply. Now you can see it right there. Now I'm going to go up and click offset again. And since I did the offset the other way the time right before this, it's going to automatically think that's how I want it this time and bring it on in for me. So you can see that blue line, apply. Click offset again. Apply, click offset again, apply, again, apply. I mean, you can just see how easy this is. Honestly, it is completely foolproof. Just keep allowing it to create offsets for you. I'm just going to continue here. And let me see if it'll let me do any more. I don't think it will. Okay, so this is what it will look like with all of those offsets on it. And we're going to take this and attach it, and that is going to allow our Cricut to know we're going to be using our pen to draw all of this on there. Now, I'm going to do a comparison on both of these. So I'm going to go all the way down and find my pen hello that does not say offset and click duplicate. There we go. Now, so I can show you how it's going to look with all those little offsets and how it's going to look just normal with the Crayola marker. So I'm going to go ahead and click make it. And we are going to click that we are using the mat. And now you can see they're going to be one on top of each other, just perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and click continue. Connect to our Maker 3 via USB. Click cardstock. It really doesn't matter what you pick as long as it's, you know, I mean, we're using paper, we're using cardstock here, so we've clicked cardstock. And it says load the black pen in clamp A. So we're going to go through the motions here, but I'm going to share with you the trick on how to make sure your off-brand pens are exactly where they need to be in your clamp. Okay, for this process, you're going to need a Sharpie, a Cricut pen, if you have one. If you don't, that's okay. And one of your Crayola markers. I'm going to get out the black one to kind of everything to match. Now, our Cricut pen, you can see there is a line that I have drawn on our Cricut pen. So what you're going to do is take your Cricut pen, open up clamp A, pop it in clamp A, and once you hear that nice click, you're going to shut the clamp. And you can see here, that black line meets right up against the clamp. That is exactly what I want to happen. So what I did for that is I just took a Sharpie and drew a little line on my marker right there. So now when I open the clamp and pull this out, you can see that line right there on my marker. Now go ahead and pull your marker out. And now that you have that line on your marker, just like that, you're going to take your Crayola marker, take the caps off of both of them, and line up the markers to be perfectly even. So you can see both of the tips are perfectly even here on our markers. And now you're going to take this Sharpie and make a line on your Crayola marker exactly where the line is on that other one. Just like that. So now you have a line on your Cricut marker and a line to guide you for your Crayola marker. So if you want to go through all of these, you have your line on your Cricut marker. Go through all of your Crayola markers just like this. Pop the top off all of them, line them up just like that. Use your Sharpie and mark them just like that. Go through all of them. Do all of them that way. That way, all you have to do is pull out a color you want and get to using it. It's that simple. So once you have that line on there, you guessed it, when you go to take your marker now and you have your machine in here, you take your cap off your marker. Oh, by the way, you see that black line that we have on our clamp? I have like a black line where I made that. If you have alcohol, you can wipe that right off. Ta-da! Comes right off. So no damage to your machine, no damage to the clamp or anything like that. So now you take your marker with your fresh little line on it, and right where that line was is exactly how far it needs to go in your clamp. How easy is that? So you take it, pop it in your clamp, push it down a little extra, just like so. And once you have it to the very top of your clamp, go ahead and just clamp it down, and it's perfect. You're good to go. You are ready to rock and roll with your marker now. It's so easy and so exciting. Also, a little tip, always do this when your machine is on. I unplugged ours so that I could flip it over and give you a good representation, but it will be easier on. For some reason, if you didn't know, your clamps actually drop when the machine is off or unplugged, and that is going to hinder you from getting it placed exactly where you need to. Those clamps need to be up in a set position, and they're only in that position when they're on and the machine is plugged in. So just a little fun fact for you. Now we're just going to load in our mat with our cardstock on it and allow the Cricut to go ahead and draw this. Now, again, it's going to draw a single line, which is the classic style of drawing for a Cricut, and then it's going to go ahead and draw the lines with all of our offsets so that it kind of looks filled in. Now, it's not going to look all the way filled in, much like this one here. It doesn't look all the way filled in. There's still some little areas where there is some room to work there and fill in, but still, you get the idea. So we're going to go ahead and press that and allow it to draw out our hellos. And once your Cricut is done, the first thing you need to do is take your marker out of that clamp and pop that cap on. You don't want that drying out or anything like that on you, so you want the cap on it as much as possible. So now you can go ahead and return it to its pack and unload your mat and take a look at this marker. It did a fantastic job. I'm so impressed with this. Again, these are just Crayola markers, less than $3, and they work so easily with your Cricut. I hope that you did enjoy this little showcase. Now again, here's the comparisons for it. We have the Crayola markers here, and the Cricut pins here. And then larger for the test today, we filled in a hello and showed the outline of hello with these markers, and I really think it did a great job. I don't know about you all, but I was super impressed with these Crayola markers. I hope that now it has shed some light on the fact that you don't have to use only Cricut pens for projects like this. I love being able to use different alternative products to the Cricut products. Again, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just sometimes they break the bank a little bit. So it's great to know there's other options. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell to get notified when more amazing videos like this come out. Give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment down below if you have any questions or concerns, or let me know if this surprised you, if you're excited to run to Walmart or the dollar store and pick up a pack of these crayon markers. I know that you will absolutely love this process. Like I mentioned before, check the very first link down below to see how you can become a member of Oak and Lamb and allow us to walk hand in hand with you, making you confident, well-rounded crafters in whatever crafty area you're passionate about. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and I will see you another day for another video.